Alright guys, I'm going to show you all how to properly transplant a palm tree. The first thing you want to do is you want to dig a hole. That's for the palm tree to be relocated to, so you don't have to leave the roots exposed for long periods of time. So first you dig the hole, then you dig the palm. So after you dig your hole, you want to trim the palm tree. And you want to save a few of these fronds in order to protect the bud later on down the road. The reason you want to trim the palm tree is because that will reduce the tree's rate of transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of water through the leaves. Because you're going to be losing some roots when you transplant it, you want to make sure you compensate by losing some foliage. So you're going to end up cutting a lot of roots. You need to compensate for that by removing some foliage. And sable palm trees like this one, which is the Florida State palm tree, Florida State tree in general, are really hardy. You should take more than you think would be necessary if you're going to transplant, because you run a better risk of the tree recovering in the long run. So first you trim all the fronds. Okay, so then you put it in the ground. You make sure you put it at about the same depth of the soil that it was at when you dug it out. Nextly, you trim all the fronds off at the top here, leaving, now these I tied on, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. All I had left after that is the spear leaf, and then I fastened the spear leaf together in order to prevent them from separating and losing even further moisture. Next, I roped off some of the additional fronds to create a shade screen. So as these additional fronds turn brown and die and start to wither off, this will turn dark, deep green, and we'll be able to take the amount of sunlight that it's going to be getting. Because when you're in a full sun environment like this is, the fronds aren't going to be able to adapt quick enough. In turn, it's going to lose too much moisture and run the risk of killing the whole tree. So you want to trim most of the fronds off right off the bat. You dig the hole, dig the tree, cut the fronds, rope the top, and then protect the top with some kind of a screenage if you're going to be in a super full sun. Now if I was to plant it in the woods over there, I probably wouldn't have to trim as many fronds, but this is complete full sun all day, and I want to be sure that it doesn't dehydrate and die. So that's all you got to do, guys. If you do all that, I guarantee you will be successful. Don't prolong and wait too long to trim your fronds off. If you try to trim your fronds off a few days later, it's going to be too late. The other thing is also you can add a berm, and that will help isolate the water right there at the root zone. Rather, if you don't have a berm like I do, then your water is going to go to the lowest point. It's not going to stay on your root zone. You're going to waste a lot of water, and the tree may not get water in all the places it needs water. So make sure you do a berm as well, unless you think it's going to go in the area you need. And I also wet the entire trunk and the apical bud in order to be sure that any moisture I can get back to the tree, it's going to get that if it needs it. Thanks for watching this video. This is how to plant a palm tree on Best Gardens DIY. Make sure to press that like button if you liked it, and subscribe. Have a great day.